Hello everyone, welcome to Shrim's classes. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss problem number 9 and 10 from the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 3. So we have already discussed quite a few problems from this exercise, and today we are going to conclude this exercise with a problem number 9 and 10. So before proceeding with the exercise, we will just look at some of the formulae which we might be using in this particular lecture. So the first formula is going to be cos 2x is equals to 2 cos square x minus 1, and this can be also written as 1 minus 2 sin square x is equals to cos 2x, and sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1. So probably with these two equations we should be able to solve this particular problem. Alright, so what we are supposed to do over here is we are supposed to find the values of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. Given that I have been provided with cos x is equals to minus 1 by 3 and cos x is lying in basically third quadrant. So let's first understand if it is going to lie in third quadrant, what would be the properties. So cos theta would be negative here, of course tan theta would be positive here, and except tan, everything else would be negative, right? So cos would be negative, so sin also would be negative, right? So that's one of the things. And the second thing is this cos theta is in third quadrant, so we have this, right? X is lying between pi and 3 pi by 2, right? Because this angle is pi, this angle is 3 pi by 2. So if it is in third quadrant, this is what it is. So let's divide it by 2. So pi by 2 is less than equals to x by 2 is less than equals to 3 pi by 4. So when we look at x by 2, at least we know that this is going to lie in second quadrant, because x by 2 is greater than pi by 2, pi by 2 is over here, and then it is less than 3 pi by 4, which is less than pi, so it's going to be in, so 3 pi by 4 you can understand, right? 3 pi by 4 is less than pi, right? So this is why x by 2 is going to be in the second quadrant. And in second quadrant, we know that sin x by 2 would be positive, right? Cos x by 2 would be negative, and tan x by 2 would be again negative. So at least we have come to this conclusion. Now let's start to solve the problem first. Alright. So now we have been given cos x equals to minus 1 by 3. Right, that's what we have been given. Now we have been given this, so we also know a formula called 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 equals to minus 1 by 3, because cos x would be 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. Why? Because cos 2x is going to be 2 cos square x minus 1, and when you put 2x equals to x, then what you will get? You will get cos x equals to 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. And similarly, you will also get 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2, right? So this is what we are going to use over here. Now, with this, we have 2 cos square x by 2 equals to what? 1 would come in this side, so this will become 1 minus 1 by 3, right? Now, my 2 cos square x by 2 would become what? It will become 3 minus 1 divided by 3. So I have taken 3 LCM, sent 3 up, and then 3 minus 1. So this will be 2 by 3, right? So 2 cos square x by 2 is 2 by 3. So this implies cos square x by 2 is going to be 2 by 3 divided by 1 by 2. 2 will cancel out. So my cos square x by 2 is going to be 1 by 3. This implies cos x by 2 is going to be 1 upon root 3. And as we have, it's going to be plus and minus, right? Because I'm taking a square root, but we know that cos x by 2 is going to be negative, right? So this implies that cos x by 2 is going to be minus 1 upon root 3, right? In your note, in your textbook, the answer is given in a different format. So what you got to do is just multiply this with root 3 and root 3. Then you will get minus of root 3 by 3. So this is how also you can write, but this is also not wrong to write. So I generally prefer to write in this format, but since the answer is given in this format, I don't want you to be confused. That's why I have written it like this. Now with the same thing, can I write cos x equals to minus 1 by 3, and then again can I write 1 minus 2 sine square x by 2 is equals to minus 1 by 3, right? And with this, can I also write 2 of sine square x by 2 equals to 1 plus 1 by 3. So what I've done, I've set 2 sine square x by 2 on the right hand side and brought minus 1 by 3 on the left hand side, right? And since the sign it was minus, it will come on the other side and will become positive. And you will simplify it and you will get 4 by 3 on this side. Now you can cancel 2 with 2 sine square x by 2 and you will be left with sine square x by 2 equals to 2 by 3. Now your sine x by 2 would become what? Plus and minus of the square root of 2 by 3, right? So either you can, and your sine x by 2 is going to be positive, so at least it's going to be square root of 2 by 3. You can write it like this, or you can as well write it as sine x by 2 and then multiply again up and down with root 3 by root 3, right? So what you will get over here is sin x by 2 equals to root 2 into root 3 is going to be root 6 divided by 3, and this is going to be positive. So this is another one, right? You got cos x by 2, you got sin x by 2. With this, can you get tan x by 2, right? Tan x by 2 is going to be what? Tan x by 2 is going to be sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2. My sin x by 2, the simple form I will take, sin x by 2 was square root of 2 and square root of 3. I am taking this one. And cos x by 2 is minus 1 upon root 3, right? And root 3 cancels out. So I am left with minus of root 2, right? So this is going to be negative, as we have understood, tan x by 2. And since sin x by 2 was positive, cos x by 2 was negative, so tan x by 2 I've got it as minus root 2. So yeah, with this we have got the values of this one, tan x by 2, we have got cos x by 2, and we have got sin x by 2. Alright, yeah. Now let's move on to the next problem. So in this problem we have been given, instead of cos x we have been given sin x, and sin x is in second quadrant. So let's first figure out here as well, we have to find the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2, right? So we have to find the value of sin x, cos x and tan x. So again let's figure out, we are here in the second quadrant, so sin is going to be positive here and cos would be negative. So except sin, everything will be negative. So cos and tan would be negative. So say cos x would be negative in second quadrant. This is one of the things, right? Why we are trying to get this is because we will get cos x, and just like in previous example we will use this formula of 2 cos square x by 2 or 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2 to get the value. With the sin x we will not be able to get the value directly, so that is why first we will figure out the value of cos x and then we will again try to figure out the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. Okay, now secondly, since cos x we figured out it is negative, so let's get the value of cos x now. So we know that sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1. So this implies what? This implies cos square x is going to be 1 minus sin square x. This implies 1 minus 1 by 4 whole square would be how much? It will be 1 minus 1 upon 16. It's going to be 15 upon 16. I've just simplified it, 16 minus 1, and then, so this implies cos x is going to be negative, right? Plus and minus, but first let's write first and minus, and 15 upon 16. So we can simplify it with the negative sign, minus root 15 upon 4. So we have got the value of cos x, right? Now we will find out the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. But prior to that, again let's figure out where the cos, which basically x by 2 would be lying. So we know that x is lying in the range of pi by 2 to pi, right? Because it's in the second quadrant, so it's lying in the range of pi by 2 to pi. So this implies x by 2, I'm just dividing it by 2, will be lying in the range pi by 4 to pi by 2. So pi by 4 to pi by 2, where will that be? So this is pi by 4, this is pi by 2, so it's somewhere here. It's going to be first quadrant, this is first quadrant, right? In first quadrant, everything is positive, right? So we don't have to worry, sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2, all that will be positive, right? So let's start with the first one. So we have got cos x equals to minus root 15 by 4. So we'll write 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. So this is my cos x, right? Just like the other example, cos x is equals to 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. And this is nothing but minus root 15 by 4. This is what we have figured, right? So this implies 2 cos square x by 2 is going to be, I'll take 1 on the other side, it will be 1 minus root 15 by 4, right? And then I'll simplify it further, then it will become 4 minus root 15 by 4. This implies my cos square x by 2 is going to be 4 minus root 15 divided by 8, because I took 2 from here and then multiplied it by 4, so 4 into 2 is 8, right? Now my cos x by 2, can I write it like the square root of 4 minus root 15 by 8, alright? I can as well write cos x by 2. I am not taking plus and minus because you know that I know that everything is positive, so I am just taking the positive value, right? Now this can be written as 4 minus root 15 by 2 root 2 and then square root. This is one way of writing, but I think in the example which is given in the book, it is written in a different format. So what I'll do is I'll just multiply it by root 2 in the numerator and denominator. So 2 root 2 into root 2 divided by root 2, right? So what will this become? This will become 8 minus 2 root 15 and divided by 4, right? I could have just left it here. I would have preferred to keep it here, but since the answer is given in this format, I am just trying to change it to this format. That's square root of 8 minus 2 root 15 by 4, alright? From here, what I can do is, rather than just using the other formula, I can as well use sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 is 1, right? So I can as well write sin square x by 2 equals to 1 minus cos square x by 2, and I'll just put the value 1 minus, this is square root of 4 minus, so I'll just put 4 minus root 15 upon 2 root 2, and this is the square root of it, and then I have to do square, right? So when I do this square, okay, square root till here, this is 2 root, right? Now when I do a square, what will I get? 1 minus, this square root will go off, I'll get 4 minus square root of 15, and the bottom I will get 2 square root 2 whole square, that will be what? 4 into 2 will be 8, right? 2 root 2 whole square is 4 into 2, right? So, and then you simplify it further, you will get what? Let's do it from here. So I'll get 8 minus 4 plus root 15 divided by 8. So I just took 8 as LCM, multiplied 8 into 1, and then took minus sign here minus 4, and this minus root 15 minus plus, it will become plus root 15. This 8 minus 4 will become 4, 4 plus root 15 upon 8, again just here itself multiply with, just keep it like this, 1 second, and then either you can write like this, that sin x by 2 is going to be square root of 4 plus square root of 15 divided by 8, or you can simplify and write it like 4 plus root 15 into multiply by 2 up and down, 2 here, 8 here, 2 here, right? Now this will become 8 plus 2 root 15 square root of that, and the bottom it will become root 16, right? So you can write it like sin x by 2 is nothing but square root of 8 2 root 15 divided by 4, and then you can just put like this. Now you've got sin x by 2 cos x by 2, so can you write tan x by 2? Yes, tan x by 2 is going to be sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2, right? You can write like this as well, the square root of 8 plus 2 root 15 by 4 divided by a square root of 8 minus 2 root 15 by 4. This 4 will cancel out, so you will be left with square root of 8 plus 2 root 15 divided by square root of 8 minus 2 root 15. Let's simplify it further. What will we do is, we will just multiply it with the conjugate of it, 8 minus 2 root 15. So in such examples, what we do, we generally multiply it with the, it's a minus b, so we'll just multiply it with a plus b. So a will multiply 8 plus 2 root 15 divided by square root of 8 plus 2 root 15. So when you simplify it further, what we'll get is, this is the same thing, so when square root of this and square root of this, so multiplied, and then the square root will be removed, so you got 8 plus 2 root 15. In the bottom, it's a minus b into a plus b, so you get a square minus b square 2 root 15 whole square, right? So the top you got 8 plus 2 root 15 divided by, this is 64, 8 just 64 minus 15 into 4, this will be 60, right? So this will be 8 plus 2 root 15, and this will be 4 square root of 4, so you take out 2 out, right? And then further you take 2 common from the top, so you will get 4 plus square root of 15 divided by 2, then 2 will cancel out, and you will get 4 plus square root of 15. Alright, so this is what you were supposed to get. You were supposed to get tan x by 2, you were supposed to get sin x by 2, you were supposed to get cos x by 2, and everything is in positive because everything is going to be in first quadrant, right? So yeah, the strategy is simple to follow. Whenever you have been given something in sin x or tan x, convert it into cos x form, then get the value in the form of 2 cos square x by 2, get the value of cos x by 2, using sin square x by 2 plus cos square x 2 by formula, get sin square x by 2 and or sin x by 2, and then finally get tan x by 2 by dividing sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, and then you will be getting the answer. It is just that it will be little complicated in calculation, but otherwise it's very simple to follow. Alright, hopefully it is clear to you. If there are any questions, please do ask me in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.